Uh, so, a very good afternoon to all ITA members. In today's series of our Splendorous September, we will be in live conversation with one of our rising fashion designer graduate, Rosalind Khongsai. A big welcome, Rosalind Khongsai. To say a few words about her, she is a graduate from National Institute of Fashion Technology, NIF, New Delhi. Right now, she has her own outlet. She is a designer, head and production coordinator at Rosalind Khongsai. Rosalind Khongsai is her label. So Rosalind Khongsai, I would like you to introduce a little bit about yourself, from where you are staying right now. Please go on.
All right. Okay. First of all, I am very grateful to all the ITA coordinators and members, to give me such a big platform to be a part of this. And as you already mentioned, I have graduated from NIFT. I passed out in 2004, and I come from a family, middle class family, born and brought up in Imphal. We are a sibling of 7, 5 girls and 2 boys. Right now, I'm married already, and I have a daughter. She's about 5.5 years old now. And currently, I am in Delhi NCR. It comes under Delhi NCR region, Ghaziabad, Crossing Republic. Otherwise, my whole work base is in Imphal. Although I have a workshop in Ghaziabad also, where I usually do all my designing and everything else. That's about it. Yeah.
So, what made you enter the field of designing? And most importantly, what do you showcase in your designs? Please tell us about it.
Okay. I'm not sure if people are aware of what Rosalind Khongsai is. But if you see my website or if you see my product line on the store that we have, it's all about traditional Northeast textiles, inspirations, garments and accessories and everything mostly. It started off with like a small product in the form of necktie. We started off with that. Actually, that was the first product I had created after before my launching. Actually, before my launching of the label Rosalind Khongsai, I had started off this necktie, which was an inspirational thing taken from Kuki traditional shawl Thangnam. That was the first necktie I had created. And from then the response was like really good, and we thought of making more items on those lines, and that's how gradually it shifted from only necktie to few mufflers, few accessories. Then it keep on happening every year to year. We keep adding a lot of products now. That's the main inspirational item for Rosalind Khongsai as a label. Otherwise, we are adding up a lot of other things like handloom products, because ultimately I am from Manipur, and I felt that that there's a need for me to promote my state or my birthplace, whatever traditional items that we have. It's kind of a root that something is inbuilt in you, by default types. So I have been kind of keen in developing more products and more stuff out of handloom product that we have. So it's like from one item, now we have a lot of items in Rosalind Khongsai labels, which is all inspired of traditional items and handmade woven items actually.
One thing I want to know is, before starting your own business under the label Rosalind Khongsai, have you ever worked in any other fashion and designing institute? What really made you inclined in Kuki traditional motif designs, and how do you promote it? and in the sense, and how do you do the networking? How do you sell your products?
Okay. As already mentioned, I graduated from NIFT, NIFT, New Delhi in the year 2004. And right after I passed out, I had, they usually is this campus placement, you know. So I also took part in that, and I got a placement through the college only. And the first job that I joined was a buying house, where I was working as a designer come merchant, you know, in one of the department that they have. Some different, they usually have different sections which kind of work with different buyers, outside buyers. Buying agencies, basically, for those people who are not so aware of it, it's an agency which is in India, who's working for outside buyers. They're the main interactors, you know, between the factories in India with the buyers outside. So I was in a place where I was interacting even with the buyer outside, and I was kind of coordinating with the different vendors in India. So being my first job, I kind of started learning that, you know, I need to get more exposure in the field of designing, not only this work where I am put, you know. So that's when I shifted from a buying house to an export house, where I wanted to explore more of my creativity, because whatever in college, whatever you learn, you don't kind of practically do everything. So the exploration part was kind of a little less in the buying house. So that's where I shifted my job to an export house. I worked in Orient Clothing. Now the company is not there anymore, but around that time in 2006, I was there. And I worked there for like a couple of years, and I gained a lot of experience, you know, how things are done, production, how does it happen, how from a sampling scratch, how you develop what buyers' needs are, those kind of thing. I, you know, gradually I started learning step by step, because college learning is different, and when you are doing it practically, it's like a totally different thing also.
Yeah.
So that part was there, and that's how these things step by step. And after working for like a different sector, you know, like export, buying, design studio, which was actually my last job. I'm just kind of cutting it short because it would be too much to talk about, you know. It would be too much. So yeah, my last job was, I mean, before I last job was a design studio in the name of Kavita Bhatia. I don't know if everyone is aware of it. She's a very renowned designer and very senior designer, Mrs. Kavita Bhatia. She owns the company, and I worked there for a couple of years. And there I was a senior designer. So I now, you know, after working for this many years, 8 to 10 years, I had gained kind of a lot of things already, and already being married. Now we wanted to have a family, so I shifted from, you know, that normal job. My brain, I mean, my thought process says that, you know, okay, this is the time when you can maybe start your own thing. So that's how my label came in. And regarding the you know, question where how I use all this traditional stuff and all, even during my college, you know, I was very keen in exploring or uh, putting the Nordies clothes, textiles in the, you know, global front. So design collection was also this whole collection was inspired out of the traditional textiles of Northeast. So I made a whole collection out of the tribal motif, and I made a range of collection through that. And that was it. But after that, I worked in like all these sectors. And then when I started my, you know, when I was about to start my own label, I felt that this is the time when I should start doing what I have been thinking of doing.
Okay.
So that's how it evolved. And I used the Kuki traditional textiles as one of my first step, because I belong to a Kuki tribe, and I thought, that was, for me, it was the most easier accessible thing that I can do. And not only that, I wanted, that the whole world textile it is, and then it can be produced in different things, so that people can understand or know more about the textile. So that's how the main inspiration of Roasting Khongsai started off. And yeah, that's about it, I think.
Apart from this attires only, apart from the attires, do you have any other items more like accessories and all?
Yeah, we do. For example, handbags, purses, Bible covers, we have necklaces, we have all these armlets, we have earrings, different items which can be coordinated with your garment collections, So those we have in store. And besides all this, we even kind of do customized things at times as per the customers' needs. Yeah.
So now, what is the area of your operation? I mean, how do you sell your products?
Networking,
and how many people are working? And how many people are working under your supervision? You please tell about it also.
Yeah. It's kind of a long story. Like when I started off, I only had one tailor with me, and I used to kind of operate with only one tailor. Then gradually, and not only the tailors, we have helpers, and we have different coordinators now. So, and the need of even fabricating outside, like I outsource a lot of things also. Like, for example, my handbag products and all, I design them, I coordinate the whole raw materials and everything, and I outsource it, because I don't have in-house production for all these handbags and purses as yet. But the tailors that I have, they are from only one person. Now we are a team of 10 to 15 now. And besides that, for some of my items which needed some hand work, for those things, I have started employing women who are at home, who does not have their own work shed or anything. They can work from home, and they can give me the items that I required. Like, for example, there's this muffler scarf that we call it. The end needs to be like tied. We call it fringing.
Yeah. We call it in Manipuri this lang mana taraga kuigi mapanda matunda lang ngata tara yanthabado.
Okay, I got it. Nupi mayunda layraga thabak thokpa nga haitare ko angang laybagi natraga asmaina yumgi thabak tawgid office oina thabak chatpa ngamdaba mayamse. So I kind of give those kind of work to those ladies. So in a way, I have at least 15 to 20 of those women working under me who help me on and off. In a month, we give them like not exactly salaries, but wages as per how many product they give us in a month.
Okay.
So, yeah. So now we are a team of maybe approximately 15 to 35 now. From one tailor to that many we are now actually.
So you have a work set in Ghaziabad.
Yeah, I have a workshop here. It's more like a studio where I design and create my samples, and small productions are also happening here. But the bigger productions or the other things majorly are outsourced. And I have a store in Imphal where I have like a stitching tailor, set up there also, so that for alterations or any customized order, I coordinate from there also, from Imphal also.
Okay. So, khoi gi nangi pot si khoi gi raw materials ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯁꯝꯅ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯀꯥꯟꯗ ꯅꯪꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯗ꯭ꯔꯦꯁ ꯃꯦꯇꯤꯔꯤꯌꯦꯜꯁꯀꯤ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯇꯧꯕꯅꯤꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯊꯥꯏꯅꯉꯩꯗꯤꯀꯣ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯅꯪ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ samtu haitare wool se we mostly our ancient forefathers they use woolen clothes and all this for this akhoi ethnic akhoi maitai bo rasu akhoi tribes sing or taso moi magi tongan tongan ba magi akhoi kai haitare indigenous oiba magi mayek marol adum bele yam da khoi haupi gumba sidi hojiki chatnadre ba do cotton gumba da base oibra kamai to karamba material gumba da yam ba emphasis tawe
akhoi collection se pura mix ne ko as in handloom product ayambo se cotton product oye as in akhoi manipura sabi ba phi me amse because if you see my collection it includes mostly all the hand woven also and power also so akhoi powerloom dagi tholak pa pot su yawe aduga lang se ayamba woolen di season te ko akhoi se and Imphal manung dagi sarakpa phi me amse nai gi se ayamba 100% cotton oye and acrylic khara yawe ko acrylic hadi akhoi gi ima sing na sabi ba phi lang phi sing do adu bosu tawe akhoi yawe ko collection sida and ai Delhi site tagi produce over textile design me yam sina muka micro yarn yam sijina ye ko akhoi se those like for example if you pick up the necktie one of the necktie then the yarn that we use they are all micro and there's some product which is silk also and like it's a mix of everything basically but I gi khwaidagi emphasize to bibusina handloom gi piece ne because ultimately aina mamang da thamning bai tare mayam da utning bana traga thamjaning base akhoi gi manipur gi handloom product si oibnina adu emphasize to ko akhoi se adu da phi so atop quality atop puthok na ba try to we because although I don't have my own weaving team I am kind of working with different weavers from different localities. For example, Khurai iche amalai moi dagi sahale ko phikhra adwaina toraga khoi gi cycle district site ta khoi gi iche sing khara lai moi amukta moi da so khoi phi da phi kamai da no loin loom da sa ba phi se moi gi da so lotion lai se adwaina toraga ina isa gi finance toraga adum moi phi sabi sing sida machet loi sa halaga adwaina pull up collection gi oina adum phi se develop tawe khoi se and adwaina phi se sa halaga khoi gi summer oire natraga winter oire ko winter gi collection oire adwaina collection gi requirement gi tungin na ko like as per my collection requirement I usually make those fabric developed.
Okay. So nangi business se since March we have been dealing with this pandemic of COVID-19. So how does it impact your business, or do you have any this tie-ups with any other organization and all? You please tell about that also.
Yeah, see, basically COVID say everyone has been affected. I won't say I'm not affected as well. We have also got really in bad shape, but thankfully by God's grace, because I have a little collaboration with few organizations, for example, Wildlife Institute of India. We keep having orders from them. So whatever order they give, they usually give in bulk. So that has made me sustain over this COVID period, and otherwise I would not have survived. Luckily, because of that, I'm able to sustain and I'm able to make my products even in between all this lockdown and everything. Slowly and gradually, things are cooping up now, and that's I think how we have been able to survive.
So you have this work set in Ghaziabad right now, but akhoi ki fuser da ko ꯇꯨꯡꯁꯤꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯅꯪꯒꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔꯁꯦ ꯁꯤꯗ ꯅꯪꯒꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯍꯧꯔꯛꯐꯝꯁꯨ ꯑꯣꯏꯕꯀꯣ ꯑꯗꯒꯤ ꯄꯣꯠ ꯆꯩꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤꯁꯨ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯁꯝꯅ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯀꯥꯟꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔꯗꯀꯣ there are so many skill ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯂꯦꯕꯔ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯂꯩꯌꯦꯕ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯅꯨꯄꯤꯁꯤꯡꯁꯦ they are very much ꯃꯈꯣꯏꯁꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯈꯨꯠ ꯁꯥ ꯍꯩꯁꯤꯡꯕ ꯐꯤ ꯁꯥ ꯂꯣꯟꯁꯥꯁꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯊꯥꯏꯅꯗꯒꯤ ꯍꯧꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯇꯣꯉꯥꯟꯕ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ inborn ꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯅꯣꯔꯠ ꯏꯁꯀꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯇꯣꯉꯥꯟꯕ ꯇꯦꯂꯦꯟ ꯑꯃꯁꯨ ꯂꯩꯖꯩꯗꯅ ꯑꯗꯣ ꯅꯪ ꯁꯤꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯅꯪꯒꯤ ꯕꯤꯖꯤꯅꯦꯁꯁꯦ ꯇꯣꯉꯥꯟꯕ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔ ꯁꯤꯗ ꯆꯥꯎꯅ ꯁꯦꯠꯑꯞꯀ ꯇꯧꯅꯤꯡꯕ ꯋꯥꯈꯟꯒꯗꯤ ꯂꯩꯕ꯭ꯔꯥ ꯀꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯇꯧꯏ
ꯂꯩꯌꯦ ꯏꯆꯦ ꯂꯩꯖꯩ ꯑꯩ ꯏꯁꯥꯒꯤ ꯂꯦꯕꯜ ꯊꯣꯛꯂꯛꯄ ꯍꯥꯏꯇꯥꯔꯦꯀꯣ ꯄꯨꯊꯣꯔꯛꯄ ꯃꯇꯝꯗꯒꯤ ꯑꯩꯁꯦ ꯁꯨꯝ ꯋꯥꯈꯜ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯈꯜꯂꯦꯀꯣ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯁꯤꯗ ꯗꯦꯜꯂꯤꯗ ꯐꯝꯃꯒ ꯑꯁꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯇꯧꯕ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯁꯦ if I can do the same thing from Manipur yam advantage oigadaba pot mayamse adum khanjale and gradually tungda maybe 5 years down the line natraga 2 years down the line asugumba especially between this COVID actually I wakhan se adum hadi yumda leira abnina ayamba matamda I started thinking a lot you know hoyi ayamba mafam da state atop topadagi youth mayamse hadi thabak tawba haro ayamba yumda hanba mayamse uidana khoi train da pushal yakpa natraga moi wana thabak tawramba private sector da oiro atop topa you know field da leiba mayamse loina washallaga moi khoi Manipur state ta khudakta mayam loina pulap changkhibdo da khoi yenglakpa matam sida population si yameba mapanda thabak tawba chatpa mayamse so something clicked me you know like although I adum khalamba oiramasu hujiki COVID yam serious oina khalakpa hai tare aise that one day if I am given a chance I would surely like to start something you know some business or industry kind of a setup where I can employ the youth who are actually very capable very talented very creative and just because akhoi Manipur da admaina sector do laitabne phajana organized sector do laitribne na dugi mayam se imphal oiro natraga district atop topadagi oiro mayam loina thokiba mayam se not all obviously I cannot cover all of them but at least even if I can contribute 20% or 25% youth se hoi du admaina industry gumba set tawraga fi saba haibana fi sare natraga yomba haibasingna yole ko admaina tawraga set up towning base adum laye engon so yeah in future if I'm given a chance I would seriously love to get involved in that kind of thing yeah
akhoi amaga hingminaba amaga akhoi thabak piminaraga ko admaina akhoi hingminaba si tu natraga de kamai chakhotani na cha ado akhoi gi you are a designer you are a fashion designer so what tips would you give to watching us in this live chat? Some maybe they may be thinking of becoming a fashion designer too. What tips would you give?
See, basically, for people who want to be, you know, a designer, like to make it a little precise, if there are any youngster who would like to, not only youngsters, whoever wants to choose this designing field as a career, you know, as a professional, this thing, then I think one should think of taking up a course which is related to this field to at least gain the basic knowledge. Otherwise, I'm not saying that it's a compulsory thing that, you know, one should have to take a course or anything like that, but to have that basic knowledge and then start off with that career, you know, with the motto that you have in your mind, it helps a lot. And like dana akhoi ABC khangdana lairik tamba yadaba admaina akhoi gi foundation do khara
foundation amadi laibe
laibusina advantage oireko adugi mayam kana oiraso akhoi northeast as a whole akhoi mayam sa yam talented yam creative oireko adubu if on top of that if a person is wanting to take designing as a career, then I think my kind advice would be, you know, that they at least do some small course also just to have that basic knowledge and then start off.
Okay. Yam nungaye Roslyn ga ngasi wadi sabase akhoi angang hawraliba da suka ado what about I kaina khangba malay na ki akhoi covid hujiki pandemic matam se study akhoi central akhoi government na haitare ko akhoi entrepreneurs you are yourself an entrepreneur yourself nang akhoi through loan gumba de kari gumba sugumba se akhoi pira kanda akhoi support of haitare entrepreneurs sing se akhoi yokhatna ba tawba koi pandemic matam se sugumba akhoi nongonda kana ba gumba di lebra na tragana how do you manage
government na budi yam thina advertise tawbiye ko that this is MSME gi oire natraga atop top institutions get through the minus loan oire scheme oire na program yam se adum tae ko honestly speaking I isha muktadi adugum budu kaimta lauzade but yes aina 2018 da isagi store hange heramba matam du da Netfigi help lauzarame and they have been like a very good help for me aduga adu yaudana ai atopa scheme usuguma kaimta laudabida isagi olap profit natraga income head cycle tawdana adum chathari
yam nungaye Roslyn nangi wari se akhoi gi taseng akhoi Manipur sta ko akhoi Roslyn se akhoi kaya akhoi ngasi wari sajara kanda akhoi Roslyn kumba akhoi Manipur gi akhoi gi ethnic oiba akhoi gi design sing akhoi gi through fashion designing gi through da ko akhoi gi globally de north east ta te atopa India gi state sing da nahakna akhoi gi promote tawba ase masi khangjaba se yamna nungai adu kari karamba akhoi gi piece of advice kumba akhoi pibi ningba leibra
what piece of advice hai di akhoi aigi field gi oina like design field gi mayam da oi boy ready yes I would definitely love to akhoi angang sing hojik tholakadaba mathangi generation hai tare moina akhoi gumba design background the chatning natraga entrepreneur oining hai na khanba miyam se tauge hera kanda they should always keep in mind that whatever they're starting off they should try to develop a unique style first and then leidana mi amabu copy tawraga thabak tawba hoba yadedana adumaina
sagi creativity le hedba
that it has to be very strong isagi identity ama thamaga adum thabiba adu tauba ngamgani haina khankrabnina even if there's trouble in the way adum phajana sustain taunaba adum strong will oina tawgada adu advice pijaning
yam nungai ngasi Roslyn ga wari sabase ko akhoi gi fashion industries lesta akhoi gi akhoi north east gi su sugumba akhoi Roslyn gumba mi ama leirammi habase akhoi gi chat lesta akhoi ko ye viewer myam singsina akhoi gi khanga kan da su hena makhoi da akhoi gi inspirational oiba motivational oiba adugumba su oiba oisino aduga tungi akhoi gi punsida Roslyn na akhoi gi ha ki hojek chathariba business se masi not only in Delhi in Ghaziabad but koi Manipur da so hena nangi work set se mayam ama sadana yam hena koi gi north east ki koi gi ethnic oiba koi gi pot se koi gi true modernization ko se hena puthokpa ngamba adagi oibiu haidana ai isor gi mafam da ai blessing nizari
thank you
so okay yam nungai ko for sigi opportunity se yamna atang bane adunga sigi di koi matang asida koi let us wine for today
thank you so much